Okay, so what we have here is something very similar to what we did in the beginning when we were talking about linking, and that was with the consolidation. Here we just have a little bit different looking data, different product and so forth. And we've got 4 quarters here. So we've got like quarter 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we have a sheet that we're going to use for the consolidation on. All right. And so it's pretty much the same kind of thing we did before with the calculations. But what the reason why I want to do this one is that I'm going to show you another way. So I'm going to show you like the original way, and then I've got another way as well. And I'll let you make the decision as to which one you think would be easier to use or easier to implement. All right, and we'll kind of go from there. So whenever you're doing this on your own, you're probably going to have some related sheets. They're either going to be like quarters, they might be months, you might have, January through December, whatever it happens to be. And then you'll have, then what you'll want to do is probably make a duplicate of any one of these sheets, and that would be, or serve as your total or your consolidation area. All right. Now, let me show you how you go about doing that. So what I'm going to do here, first of all, is I'm going to take these last 2 sheets here, and we're just going to go ahead and delete them. All right, just get them out of the way. All right. So this would be more of what I'd expect yours to look like, because you haven't really done any kind of consolidation yet. All right. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to make a duplicate of one of these sheets. Why? Because I'll get the same overall design, labels, formulas, all that'll be in there. And then all I really have to do is just get rid of the data that came from whatever that sheet was that I duplicated. All right. So I'm just going to pick quarter 4 here. So the first way of doing this would be to do a right click on quarter 4, go to where it says move or copy, choose then copy, create a copy, and I want to put that copy at the end of my 4 sheets. See, so create a copy, 4 sheets, or the end of the 4 sheets here, and we're going to make a copy of this quarter 4. So we go ahead and hit OK on that. I mean, that's it. And then you go down to here, you say, okay, well, I'll double click that, and I'll rename this. I'll call it maybe total. Enter that in. I might even go over here to get rid of the detailed data here that I really don't need. It's just distracting. So I'll just select it, hit the delete key, get that out of the way. Now, once I've done all that, I'll go back and I'll click onto the cell right here, and I'll begin the formulation, process to get CHIPS longboard numbers from each one of these quarters kind of brought into the equation here and linked, so that later on, if anything changes out here, it'll automatically update here at our total. So now to do the total, what we'll do is we'll hit equal, all right, just like that. We'll click on the quarter 1, click onto the 10,000, so you'll see quarter 1, you'll see the B3 here. We'll hit the plus, go to quarter 2, you'll see quarter 2 up there, click on the 11,000, hit the plus, there it goes. Hit quarter 3, there it is. Click on to CHIPS longboards on that one. Hit the plus, and then quarter 4, click onto the same cell as well. Nothing more to add. Hit the enter key, there it is, and then we can go ahead, click onto that cell, bottom right hand corner, drag it across, bottom right hand corner, drag it down. All right, so that's not bad at all. Not too hard to do there. So there we have it. And now, because we have the formula in there, this is all going to be linked. So if anything changes, let's say if I'm looking at quarter 1 here and I see maybe Beavis for longboards ends up maybe we miss type the number. It was actually 50,000 that was supposed to go in there. So I'd go ahead, hit that enter key, that would obviously update, you know, the totals and all that here. But if I go down to quarter or to the consolidation, right, then you'll see Beavis's number, and that has increased a little bit. So not bad. Good little deal there. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this using another kind of formula. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Well, if I say this, then it's going to sound like, well, then why should I learn it? But you might find it to be useful. I've had, over the years, I've been teaching this for a long time, I've had students where I've shown this alternative to, and they'll say, oh, I'm much more comfortable with that than I am over what you just did here, or what we just did. So I'm going to give you the choice. You can see what you want to do with it. So what I'm going to do is not reuse this one, but just we're going to get ourselves a new duplicate. So now I'm going to show you the second way of creating a duplicate sheet. The first way you saw, we did the right click and all that. Now, so I need a new sheet, same design and everything. And I'm just going to pick quarter 4 again. So this time, we'll click on the quarter 4 here, hold down the mouse. You'll see a little black marker there, a little black, you know, triangle, along with a piece of paper, of course. Now, what we want to do is we're going to drag this to somewhere other than where we're at. All right, so if we drag it maybe a little bit to the right, you'll see it kind of now go between 4, or between the 4 and now a quarter, or total there. Drag it a little bit further, it goes here. Now, if I were to let go, all that would happen is it's going to move that sheet, you know, after total. But before I let go of the mouse, if I hold down the control key, you'll see like a little, I don't know if you can see it, but there's like a little plus that shows up in that little piece of paper. And then when I let go of the mouse first, it puts the duplicate there, and then let go of the control key, see? And there you go. And then on this one, we'll just double click it. We'll just call this one maybe T total, just so, because we can't have 2 sheets with the same name, so I'll just do it like that, just for the heck of it. Enter that in, all right? And now on this duplicate, I will, like before, just select all of the actual data there that was from quarter 4, delete it, and now we're going to do the second type of formula. Now I got to remember this one. It's kind of funny because I really hate this formula, and I've got like a mental block with it, but I think I'll remember how to do it. So here's what we'll do. You go to, you know, the first sheet, you know, the sheet that we want to do this on. We go over to Chip Longboards here, and we'll go ahead and we're going to put in the auto sum. We're going to put the sum function in here, okay? And an easy way to do that would be just to go over to Home, go over to this little auto sum button right here, click it, and that will put the auto sum in there. All right? Now, what we want to do is we want to select the first sheet that we want in this, all right? So we're going to click on to quarter 1, just like that. All right? Then what we're going to do is put the colon in. Now to do that, we're going to hold down the Shift key and hit your little colon key. That colon button is the one next to the letter L on most keyboards there. For you guys out there, it's the periods on top of one another. All right? So what we'll do is we'll hit that in there. Oh, my little thing went off there. I held the Shift key down too long. I get that stupid, whatever it was. Anyway, so hold on the Shift key, hit that, and you'll see how it gives you this B3 through B3. Now, down here, we're going to hold down the Shift key and click on to quarter 4, and that will do all the quarters in between. So now you'll see this rather kind of complex looking thing where it's saying quarter 1 through quarter 4 add up B3. In essence, that's what it's saying there. And it's like, okay, now what? well, we're done. That's the formula. All right. So now we go ahead and hit the enter key, and there's your 51,200. Go back to that cell, bottom right hand corner, drag it over to Missy, and then drag it down to sale boards, and there's the same totals that we saw over here. See, there's no difference there. All right. Now it's up to you to say, hey Chip, that was really stupid, we're going with the first one, or Chip, I really feel a little bit more comfortable with that one, it just makes more sense to me. That's great too. Then go with that. But that was the whole purpose of me showing this to you, so you can actually see both ways. Because I guess I'd be remiss not showing you everything that you can possibly do, all the different directions you can go with it. So hopefully this helps you, and hopefully you can maybe apply this to some of your own worksheets. So take care, and thank you for watching.